Good evening and welcome to Connecting Point. I'm Jim Madigan. We begin with Connecting Point correspondent Carolee McGrath. She brings us both sides in the contentious, emotional battle over the proposed renaming of the Turners Falls High School mascot. Some say using the name Indians is racially insensitive. Others maintain it's a part of town history and tradition.
For decades, the Turners Falls sports teams have been called the Indians. Their teams have a proud winning history, like the Turners Falls softball team. But the name Indians has not made everyone proud in this small rural community in Franklin County.
As Native American people, we're the only race in this country that are used as mascots and logos, and I think it's time for a change. That would be compressing our identities, 566 federally recognized tribes in this country today, under one characterized image and name that doesn't represent any of our diverse cultures.
Rhonda Anderson actually lives in Coleraine, but was among those who petitioned for the school committee to change the name of the Turners Falls mascot. Anderson, a Native American, is a member of the Inupiaq Athabascans from Alaska. In February, after months of debate, the Gill-Montague School Committee, which is where Turners Falls High School is located, voted 6-3 to remove the Indians' name and mascot from the school's sports teams. Many say the issue has divided the town. Is this just another example of the PC police stirring up a controversy?
No, this is about being harmful and hurtful. This has nothing to do with political aspirations whatsoever. This is about empirical evidence of harm and hurt that goes back decades.
Anthony Meltingtallow, who is from Chicopee, also gave his support to the name change at public meetings. Meltingtallow is a member of the Blackfoot Siksika tribe from Canada.
I'm for the change, and I think it's time that people come around to recognizing that Indigenous people exist in this area and Indigenous people attend the school system here, and there needs to be education, more education on Indigenous issues in this country, and that comes along with mascot logo issues as well.
Those in favor of changing the Indian name started an online petition. They point to the Battle of Turners Falls, in which Native Americans were massacred in 1676 during King Philip's War. Turners Falls, one of 5 villages in Montague, is named after Captain William Turner, who led the attack. Some say the Indian name for the high school teams honors the Native Americans. Meltingtallow says the name is demeaning and points to the history and struggles of Native Americans all across the United States.
We were reduced from our numbers very intentionally through the boarding school process. We were only granted citizenship in 1924. So we weren't considered humans till very early in the 19th century. We weren't given the right to vote. We were, kept from the general public, and the idea that emerged from all that was this idea of this romanticized Indian, which had nothing to do with the actual reality.
Those in favor of keeping the Indian name say it has a long, proud history in the town. They say they're not intending to be disrespectful. As a matter of fact, they say it means dignity, strength, honor, and pride. Chris Pinardi grew up in Montague Center. He's a 1985 graduate of Turners Falls High School. He was a senior class president, captain of some of the sports teams, and wore the Indians' uniform with pride.
It means dignity, strength, pride, and honor. I mean, that's something that's been printed on school T-shirts. They give them out for honor roll, fundraisers, all kinds of things. And it symbolizes what Native Americans are, what they were, and we respect that in them. And that's one of the things that we're trying to emulate is all of those characteristics.
Pinardi added he thinks the controversy is an opportunity for an enhanced curriculum at the high school, focusing on the Native American history of the region. Pinardi worked to get a non-binding referendum on the ballot for the May 15th town elections, which would keep the Indian name but change the image.
So we understand that the logo that we're currently using is representative of Midwest Indian, and the war bonnet would certainly never have been worn in this region. So part of our non-binding referendum would be to adopt a logo that's more respectful, more traditional, and more regionally acceptable.
He also took issue with the timing of the school committee's vote. He says many students at the high school were so upset that they walked out of class. He says more than 100 walked out after the vote in mid-February.
I bleed blue and I root for the Turners Falls High School athletic teams.
Mike Hadron, a 1968 graduate of the high school, is also in favor of keeping the Indian name.
So in your mind and in your memory, is this a source of pride?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Why would you name something after Native Americans or Indians that was a dishonorable thing or a negative? It makes no sense whatsoever. It's always been an honorable and a prideful thing and a tradition.
In recent years, sports teams across the country and right here in Western Massachusetts have gotten rid of their Indian mascots, including Frontier Regional in Deerfield, which changed the name from Redskins to Red Hawks in the late 1990s. And the debate in Turners Falls remains one of many across the country. Reporting for Connecting Point, I'm Carolee McGrath.